it's time for a brand new episode of the Bakery Bears video show.
This is our lifestyle show featuring craft, baking, and a little bit of history.
We've got lots of projects to show and one of our special series to share.
What will we feature this time, and which of our projects will be our favourite?
Let's get on with the show and find out.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of the Bakery Bears video show. And December is just around the corner.
My goodness, it really is, isn't it?
But, yes, it may be winter.
It's not winter yet.
Okay.
It's nearly winter.
It may be nearly winter, but this is an episode where you're going to need sunglasses.
My goodness.
Why, you ask? Because Kay has acquired some yarn that's brighter than the sun itself.
It literally is.
Now, I know that all of you at home don't believe us when we say this. So I've given you fair warning.
Yeah.
So prepare yourselves for a look at this. I told you it was bright. Oh my goodness. Get those sunglasses on.
It's the most neon yarn I think I have ever seen in my life.
Just filming it, it was like, ooh, the camera's like going crazy. Yes, there's going to be lots of
Yes, you'll hear all about that.
neon yarn talk coming later on in the show because you're knitting it into a gorgeous pair of socks, aren't
I
you?
am.
Yes,
I am.
It's going to be spectacular.
Yeah.
But what a show we have in store today. Yes, later on, lots of neon yarn.
Yep.
But there's also another winter walk.
There is.
We're going for a stroll through Swaledale.
Yes.
And of course, if you're in Swaledale, there's only one thing that you should be on the lookout for. Yes, maybe some sheep,
Maybe some sheep.
but actually, much more importantly, some Swaledale cheese.
Some cheese.
So yes, we're going to take you for a walk through gorgeous Swaledale, right on the border of the Yorkshire Dales.
Yeah.
And we're going to go and see if we can get some gorgeous cheese. And then we're going to take that cheese back to the location, which you'll see later on in the show, and we will try that cheese.
Indeed.
It's going to be, well, we hope.
Any day that you eat cheese is a good one, isn't it, really? Let's face it.
Yes. Oh, yes. So Winter Walks is coming later on. Also, Pick of the Projects.
Yes.
Neil, Pick of the Projects this time I'm very excited about.
Yes.
And I'm excited about it for so many reasons.
How many? What reasons?
Well, the yarn is excellent.
Oh, your project,
Yes,
you mean?
yes.
Okay.
Not yours.
I'm going to say you don't know what mine is.
I don't know what yours is.
Because you've not asked me
But
this
mine,
time.
I'm loving the bag,
Okay.
Loving the yarn.
I know what it is.
loving the project. Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's spectacular. So don't miss
It's
that.
a trifecta of
That's the perfect
loveliness.
project. Isn't that the perfect
Yes.
project? If you can get all three
Is
things.
that the right word?
Yes.
Trifecta?
It certainly is. Or a triumvirate.
Have you made that up?
No.
What does that
It's
mean?
Latin.
Oh, wow, that sounds marvellous.
Yeah, no, it's good, isn't it?
Does that mean the same thing, like three things?
Yes. So
In a musical sense?
no. In an emperor's sense.
Ooh. I think we should all try and use that word today.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, Pick of the Projects coming later. We will, of course. Oh, Kay's got two wonderful What's Off Your Needles.
I do.
Wait till you see those. Stay tuned later on in the show.
Yes.
And of course, we will be sharing with you all the projects that are currently on our needles. But way back in 2015, we came up with this crazy idea for a video advent calendar.
Oh, gosh.
Because, yes, December is just around the corner, is it not? Literally, like the 1st of December is just a day or two away.
It is.
I mean, spectacular. So, yes, cast your mind back 10 years, and wouldn't it be fun just to do this little, every day, give people a little Advent video to open? We're doing it for our Bakery Bear patrons.
Yeah.
So we did it in 2015, and people went nuts for it. So we thought, we'd better do it again in 2016, but maybe we'll do a little bit more this time. Then, of course, as the years progressed, Kay decided, I know what we should do. Let's do a knit-along as well, a mystery knit-along. And so the Bakery Bears Advent Calendar was born.
Yeah.
This then, as I'm sure you have guessed, is our 10th year anniversary.
It is.
So as a very special sort of thing this year, we decided to, like, for a one-off, to properly go after it. I mean, like, all the bells and whistles.
Really hard.
You know, when this happens, doesn't it? 10-year anniversary this. Right, OK, this year we're going to make it extra special. Well, that's what we've done.
That's what we've done.
And maybe, just maybe, well, I know we promised you it last time, maybe you'd like to see a little trailer.
The Bakery Bears Advent Calendar is back, and this year we're delighted to welcome you to our Christmas cabin.
From the 1st till the 24th of December, join us here for a Christmas to remember, set in the heart of the historic Yorkshire Dales. There will, of course, be plenty of adventures all through our calendar. We'll be visiting historic buildings like this one,
Taking walks through some spectacular countryside,
and for the first time in our lives, we're going to be making s'mores by the fire.
Look, look, look! But the centrepiece of this year's Advent Calendar is, of course, my festive mystery knit-along. Every other day, you'll join me here at our Christmas cabin. We'll knit through the next section of this year's wonderful design and then relax by the fire as we enjoy an extract from this year's festive story.
But this year, in true bake-off style, we're going to make Christmas cookies.
Yes, we are.
I wonder whose will be best. You'll find out in this year's Bakery Bears Advent Calendar.
This is a Christmas you do not want to miss.
So make sure you join us from the 1st of December for Christmas at the cabin.
Woohoo! So would you like to spend Christmas at the cabin?
You will.
With
well,
us?
You absolutely would. You absolutely would.
Would you like to witness us making s'mores?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
that was fun. Yeah.
The process was most definitely fun.
Yeah.
What about Christmas cookies?
They were a triumph.
Oh my goodness. Of course,
Wait till you see that.
Kay's festive knit-along.
Yes.
Oh, and the readings by the fire.
I know.
I mean, it's all too much.
Yeah. It's a huge one this time, we'll be honest. I thought it was going to break down doing the editing.
Well, all of us. The whole team.
Yeah, it's huge. The amount of effort and just thought and time and everything that we've put in this time
Yes.
has just, we really have pushed every barrier that's there. So, but I think you're absolutely going to love it.
Well,
yeah.
As you saw at the end of that little trailer, it's available in full
Yeah.
to silver, gold and platinum patrons. But all patrons, so that's bronze, radio show, silver, gold and platinum, get to join us on the 24th.
Yes.
Because on the 24th, that's when Kay launches her final platinum pattern of 2025. So everybody gets that pattern as our special Christmas gift. So that's $2 for $2, or the equivalent of $2 American, wherever you are in the world.
Wherever you are, yeah.
You get to watch the final instalment of our Advent calendar, which is a special sort of one-off thing anyway. And then you get Kays' final platinum
And you
pattern.
get the pattern, which everyone knows now is a shawl.
Yes.
I think I said last time, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a wonderful, big, gorgeous, wraparound, festive-looking shawl. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And like I've said, everyone access to that on the 24th, but our platinum collection is normally only available to our gold and platinum patrons. Or gold and platinum get access to the most recent 4. So make sure, if you do come and join us for the Advent calendar, make sure you download it by the 31st of December.
Yes.
So you've got, I mean, that's over a week, isn't it, to get access to your
So
gift.
just press that button on your
from
computer, download,
to
and then
you.
you've got it forever.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And the fun begins, of course, on the 1st of December.
1st of December.
And our Advent calendar, throughout that month, so 1st to the 24th, the videos are posted at 7 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time every morning.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
Fantastic. You're going to love it. And each one, to be honest, is like a little mini video show, the length of them. It's
what we've created
amazing, really, this year.
This year is very much, it's if you're like a diehard, then, diehard Christmas.
Oh, yes.
You can watch every one and love it. But, we wanted to create something which, if you love the history, there's loads of great history segments within it. So, within it, you might not be so interested in the knitting, you might love the history, boom. You may love the knitting. Well, in that case, you're completely sorted.
You are absolutely sorted.
Maybe you're in it for a bit of baking. Yes, we've got that for you.
Yeah.
So there's things to sort of pick and choose from. A bit like the Christmas radio times. You don't have to watch it all if you don't want to, but guaranteed you're going to find some absolute nuggets of goodness.
Yeah.
And like Kay says, they're not 5 minutes long.
No, they're like 20. It's
So yes,
a fabulous. It's just, I'm so excited to see what everybody thinks. That's what I'm most excited about.
This year, like we said, it's very much something for everyone. You don't have to be in it for it all if you don't want to. You can pick and choose, and because of the length of them, you can pick and choose and still get massive value.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Exciting.
Look, what a beginning. We've had crazy looking yarn. We've had festive goodness at the cabin.
Yeah.
And I think it's high time. I'm desperate to have a look at what's in that bag.
Yes.
Because that's rather festive as well.
Yes.
I think we're allowed to be a tiny bit festive because, of course,
We are.
it's Thanksgiving yesterday for those who were celebrating. So happy Thanksgiving.
Hope you had a wonderful day if you were celebrating.
Yes, indeedy. So
in the US, of course, Canada's is different, isn't it?
Yes, just to make things really complicated.
I know, yeah.
So come on, Kay, let's have a look. I shall ask Kay Jones, what's on your needles?
Okay, so the first thing on my needles is in this bag, which I think I was using last time. And when I finished that thing, which I will show you later, I immediately put my new thing into the same bag because this is just one of my favourites. It's my nutcracker bag that I showed you last time. So I cross-stitched this nutcracker, which was from the Caterpillar cross-stitch nutcracker kind of sampler. But I just took out the nutcracker and some of the little motif thingies and scattered them around. And patchworked it together with some Liberty quilting cotton Christmas fabrics. So I love this bag. So in this lovely bag, I have a pair of socks. Now, if you watched our last episode, you will have seen I was working on a new pair of socks, which I've now finished. And I'll show you those later. And literally immediately after I finished them, I pulled out yarn and started another pair. So, and to be honest, I think do I love this yarn even more? It's possible. So the yarn that I'm using this time is another Freckled Whimsy self-striping sock set. And it's called Grandma's Sugar Cookies. I don't think this was part of the Christmas Club thingy because it doesn't say Christmas Club on it. I think I must have just bought this one separately. I'm not sure. It's an 8-stripe repeat and it came with a lovely kind of, it's sort of like a fawn colour, I would say. A mushroomy sort of fawn colour. And the colours of this particular yarn, oh, they're so gorgeous, they're so pretty, and you know, it makes me think of the sugar cookies that we made in the advent calendar, because that's what we made. We made an official sugar cookie recipe. It makes me think of that because it's got those kind of pretty pastel icing sort of colours. Absolutely gorgeous. And I am, of course, making another pair of the Colourwork socks that I showed you last time, which I will show you finished later. But I just had to cast on another pair. And I've just about finished the leg, and I think it just looks gorgeous in this colourway, I've got to say. So what I'm doing, if you didn't see the last pair of these, I really had a hankering to do a little bit of colour work on a sock, but I thought combining it with a self-striping yarn, it's sort of like a double whammy, isn't it? You get the joy of working this lovely little panel at the top, but then you get that self-striping goes like the clappers kind of feel afterwards. So what I've done for this pattern is I cast on with the self-striping, and then I've used the coordinating mini as the background colour for the colourwork panel. And then in this case, I've used just an undyed as the contrast within the panel, because there is an undyed colour within the stripe. So what I did on the other one was I've tried to pick a colour for the star. I do know this is a star now. I'll explain that in a second. But I picked a colour for the star that matched one of the, or as near as, matched one of the stripes within the sock, so that it all looked kind of cohesive. So this particular colourway was easy to do because there is a cream colour in there. So I just pulled out an undyed mini skein because I've got the same base as this. This is the 8515. It's Carrie's Splendid base. So it is splendid. It's 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and you get 437 yards. So I love this base. This is the base that I primarily dye on when I dye fingering weight yarn. So I had loads of just undyed minis, so that's what I've used for the contrast. It's right here. And I just think it looks absolutely perfect. And I love these colours. We've got lilac, we've got a pale sage green, peach, pink, that sort of fawn colour. Absolutely gorgeous. So this motif, I actually took this motif from a really old book about Shetland knitting. And this particular motif was referred to as a Shetland star. So I thought that was lovely. I mean, it looks sort of snowflakey, doesn't it? But it's actually called a Shetland star in that book. So that just made me happy. I don't know, I just really like that. I think it's lovely. And yeah, I'm just about to start the heels. So when I knit these before, I put in my butterfly heel, which is a kind of mock short row heel. It doesn't use short rows, it uses decreases, and then you pick up an increase to create the sort of look of a short row heel. I really love it. It fits really well. I get a better fit with that than I do a sort of standard short row heel. So I'm going to pop that in, and then I'll just carry on down the foot. And you'll notice, yes, I am using the short circulars again. However, so I'm using the Chowgoo. These are 9-inch. Yes, it's the Chowgoo 9-inch, and I'm using 2.5mm. Because I find with 2.5mm, I'm getting about 9 stitches to the inch on a short circular. I think I am a smidge tighter on a short circular than I am on like Magic Loop. But that's fine, isn't it? 9 stitches to the inch, I think, is a great gauge for socks. So yeah, I am using the short circulars. However, I've found that I don't really like knitting rib on short circulars. I don't know if anybody else has found this. For me, it's kind of slow. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm not keen on it. I did do the whole rib on this sock using short circulars, and that's how I discovered that it wasn't my favourite. So what I've been doing is I'm working the rib on Magic Loop, and then I switched to the short circulars, and I use those for the colour work, and I use them for like the leg and then the foot. And then the heel, I can switch back to the magic loop, and the toe, you obviously need magic loop as well. So that's my kind of, not discovery, but I'm just learning with these needles. And I think with anything that's new to you, it is a learning process, isn't it? And you just have to find out what you prefer, what you like, what you don't like. But I do really, really love just knitting plain round and round. I find it really quick, which is my favourite thing about it, I'll be honest, that it's quick, because I do like finishing things. I'm not a, what's the word? I am more of a product knitter, I would say. So I like things getting finished, and the last pair that I'm going to show you, I seem to finish in no time. And, I knit the foot and I'm like, whoa, the foot's finished. And I didn't even realise. And I think it's partly because, although you've got a start of round marker, you don't really pay attention to when you've done a round. You just get to it, you slip, you carry on, and you're just going round and round. So mentally, I'm not really thinking about how many rounds I've done. I'm just going and going and going. And before you know it, you've done like 30 rounds and you're like, wow, that was super quick. So yeah, I'm really enjoying these needles, and amazing discovery that, isn't it? And I'm still kind of amazed. I thought it might just be like a flash in the pan 2-minute thing, and then all of a sudden I'd wake up and I'd think, no, I absolutely hate those needles. But no, that's not happened. I do still really like them. I will say though, right, I transferred to one of these for Dan's sock that I'm knitting. It's just bedtime knitting. And I found that when I got to the heel, I just did the heel on magic loop, and then I put the stitches back on. When I pick them up, I put all the stitches back on the short circular, because I did a heel flap and turn for Dan's. And when I put all of the stitches back on the short circular, it was unmanageable. I couldn't do it. And I counted the stitches because I do a longer heel flap for Dan's socks, and it's already 72 stitches for his. So I counted my stitches, and at the start, when I picked up all of the stitches, I had 100 stitches on my needle, and I just found it was too many for this short circular. It was really uncomfortable. There was something about it that just wasn't working. So that one I just transferred back onto, I'm using double points for those. I just put it back on double points. And I'll probably just finish that pair on double points. I won't sort of faff around and put it back on a short circular for the foot or anything. And I did knit a little bit on 72 stitches on the short circular, and it didn't quite have the same feel as 64 stitches. So I feel like the kind of sweet spot, if you like, for me with these needles is 64 stitches just going round and round. And if that helps me finish socks quicker and it's enjoyable, then that's fine, isn't it? So yeah, it's been a bit of a kind of journey of discovery, but a really good one. But as far as the colour work is concerned with this sock, the first one that I finished, it was a little bit, I could feel there was a bit of resistance, when I was doing this. So when I knit the second one, I was even more mindful of what I was doing. And the second sock is way better. And this one is the same. There's loads of stretch. I hope you can see how much stretch there is there. It's perfect. And I can get it on my foot no problem at all. So I'm just really thrilled by that. And now this whole colourwork thing, I did get lots of people asking me if I was going to release this pattern, this one I'm working on. I may well do that. At the moment, I sort of came up with this one as the sort of practice for something else for next year. So yeah, it was a kind of tool to learn all the things I wanted to learn. Yeah, that other thing is coming quite soon next year, so that'll be fun. But with regards to this one, I did actually look at the chart, and I spent some time working out whether I could work this chart for 2 other sizes, because this is 64 stitch. So I looked at it for the 56 and then the 72, and I can adjust the chart so that it fits the other 2 sizes. So I'll need to swatch those and make sure that's all okay. But then potentially I might release this one as a design because it's so fun. It's so fun and so pretty, and I just absolutely love it. So yeah, wait till you see the other one later and then decide which of these yarns you prefer. It does give it a different look, but I do love this one. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So Dan Jones,
Yes.
what's on your needles?
It's the scarf arm. And when does that one come in? Do you remember? That one's...
It's there.
Oh, sorry.
You've already done it.
I'm being so stupid. I didn't spot it. So it's coming back again in the
Pale blue, the pale
I'm
blue.
really sorry about that. I just got excited about the pale blue and I was like, oh, I want to knit with that again.
It is lovely. It's like an icy blue. Very matches. It matches the weather very well today because it's very frosty out there.
Imagine if I'd striped it all the way up. Maybe
With that? Well, might have been a little bit much.
It definitely would have been a bit much. It definitely would have been a statement. So it's my latest Let Lopey jumper, and I'm ploughing on with the old body. Oh, come on. And, you know, Kay was saying her sweet spot on her short circulars. My sweet spot is about 194 stitches on slightly larger circulars. I did try these on short circulars, but I couldn't quite fit the needles on. Not the needles,
the stitches.
Yes.
No, few too many for a short circular, isn't it?
So yeah, it's progressing
lovely.
nicely. And I was just thinking when Kay was talking about being a product knitter, being a process knitter, and I previously would have always said process, but now I would definitely say I'm both. So I like the process and I like the product because, you know, it's fun to finish something because then you can cast on something new. And I would say that the times when I am a product and a process knitter is when I'm knitting garments like this. I'm not so much that when it comes to any other type of project.
No.
So when it comes to jumpers, don't know what it is about the old jumpers, but, you know, I finish one and I'm then really excited. I think the thing is, so long as I know what's coming up, and the last time we sort of had a look for jumpers and what I might like to knit, we found about three or four.
We did.
So now it's like, you know, great, get this one finished. And actually that's a real motivational tool. You know, thinking, well, as soon as I finish this one, you know, you can pick out some more yarns and then off we go.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I've said so many times, the joy of knitting with, you know, any other yarn is just not the same. I mean, the Cascade 220 is quite fun, but I think that it's the knits and pearls on the Albion which are making, and also there's lots of other elements to the Albion, you know, like now knitting flat at the top, and so there's lots of other things going on with that one which make it engaging in a different type of way. I think what's so great about the Let Lopey is just the process of knitting plain with Let Lopey is engaging as anything.
The colours are lovely. It reminds me of a fox.
Yeah.
I mean, this rusty colour is very fox-like, isn't it? But the whole thing together sort of makes me think of a fox.
Yeah.
But the colours that Dan's using is the exact colours from the pattern.
Yes.
So if you look at the pattern, what's it called?
It's called the Scarfar.
The Scarfar.
I'll translate it for you if you like.
No.
No, I won't.
If you look at the colours that are recommended, like on the Ravelry page or on the pattern, and if you've got the book, Dan's using the exact colours from there.
And I was just thinking, you literally could, you know, if you
Scrub
were
your dishes with it.
doing the dishes and there was a bit of a rough bit, just, you know, get this out and give it a go.
I wonder how well it would, because it felt, wouldn't it, in a second? It might be all right.
I think this
Get a little felted
this would
dishcloth.
scrub things up
I don't know.
rather well.
Because you'd have to wash it all the time with it being a dishcloth, so
Yeah.
it would felt, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But then maybe
Oh,
that
it
would be a
smells-
good thing.
Smells so good. Go to Iceland, grab a sheet and do this.
Now I want to make a dishcloth with Let Lopey and see what would happen.
So that's my Scarfar. What else is on your needles?
Okay, you ready? Are you ready for the neonness? Is that a word?
Ready.
So, oh dear me, I've got this project, I think it makes my face glow. I've got this project in a lovely bag. I think this was a Christmas bag. It's from Emma at Moo and Mouse, who you know. I absolutely love her bags. This one, Emma, I think this was a Christmas bag a couple of years ago, I think. And it's got a swan theme, and this swan is like felt, and then she's embroidered on top of it, and it's just the most cute, adorable little swan. So in this bag, I have got my neon project. Now the yarn I'm using, this yarn purchase was inspired by one of our patrons. So lovely Helen in our Facebook group posted a picture of some yarn she'd bought recently. Part of it was for the Advent shawl, and then the other was like a couple of balls of this yarn. And I'm like, what's that? I've never heard of that yarn. So I said to her, is that sock yarn? And she's like, yeah, it is sock yarn. So of course I had to go and have a look. And it's by King Cole. I love King Cole. This is the label. It's really cute. It's called King Cole Tiptoe 4-ply. I really like King Cole as a brand. I use them quite a lot, you know, as a commercial brand. I think they're really good, and they've been around for eons. And although the yarn is made in Europe, it's produced in Europe, it's actually, King Cole is based in Skipton. So it's a very kind of British brand. I think they've been going a long time. So yeah, and she bought one of these colours, but not the other. I can't remember the other colour. She bought two of the colours, I think. So I went and had a look at it on Wool Warehouse. I think that's where she got it from. That's where I bought it from. Because King Cole already do a sock yarn. It's called Zigzag. That's been around for a few years. I have tried it and I wasn't keen on it. So I thought, I'm going to have a look and see if this is the same base. Well, it's not the same base, because this one is a 75-25, so brilliant, standard sock makeup, isn't it? But it's got a shorter yardage. This one is only 400 metres. The Zigzag, I checked, is like 467 metres. Do you know that more kind of standard sock weight, isn't it? It's something like 425 metres or something, 460 yards, something like that. Whereas this one is 400 metres. So I thought, well, that's going to be a bit plumper, isn't it? I'm going to try some. So I bought 2 skeins. The only thing with this is it only comes in like, I don't know if it's 6 or 8 colours at the moment. One of them's a really dark navy. I don't think it's black. I think it's a really dark navy. And one of them is like a cream. And then the other colours are like these mad, bright shades. It's really odd. I mean, I don't know, if I was launching a new sock yarn, would I have chosen that palette? I don't know. But let me tell you, it's really fun. The colours are really fun. There's like a turquoise, I believe, a bright turquoise. I think there's a red. I can't remember the other colours. There might have been an orange, I'm not sure. So yeah. I'm going to show you. I got a pink and a yellow, and here they are. My goodness. So I don't know how these are coming across on screen, but they are really, really bright. The yellow in particular is that highlighter yellow. In fact, they're both kind of highlighter colours. The yellow is colour 6212. The pink is 6214. They do have names, but I can't remember what they were. You can't miss them if you go and look on the website, let me tell you. And I wound them into cakes, as you can see. They came in the kind of traditional skein, you know. And I wound them into cakes, and they made the most enormous cakes I've ever seen. Because it is really plump, this. To the point of when I cast on, I thought, wow, is this too thick? But it turns out it's not. So I'm knitting a pair of socks for Bryony. I sent her a picture of this yarn, and she's like, wow, I love that. She loves neons. And she said, oh, you could make a pink sock with a yellow heel and a yellow sock with a pink heel as a pair. I said, yeah, I can do that. So that's what I'm doing. So I've got them both going at the same time. And I've worked both of the legs. So here's where I'm up to. I've only done a 30 round leg with these because I've never made Bryony socks using a commercial sock yarn. She's quite sort of picky about her sock yarn. She likes it to be really soft. So generally speaking, I use hand-dyed. I haven't told her that this one is not a hand-dyed and that it's a little bit rustic, isn't it? So what I thought I would do is I'll make the socks. I'm just going to give them to her, get her to put them on her feet. If she doesn't say anything and said, oh, they're marvellous, Mum, thanks very much, I won't tell her that it's a commercial yarn. If she puts them on her feet and she's like, don't know, you know, these are a bit rough, whatever. And if she decides she doesn't want them and she's not going to wear them because it's just a 30 round leg, then I know I will wear them. So all will be good. So I'm doing these magic loop. I decided to just do magic loop for these ones. I didn't have enough short circulars basically to put everything that I've got on short circulars. So I just thought, I'll go magic loop. And I'm just doing a plain sock. So I've just done 2x2 rib for 12 rounds. I like a little short rib at the moment. And then I've done 30 rounds on each. And it's, in terms of what this feels like, I really like that it's plump. You know, it definitely is plump. It's way plumper than their zigzag, for example. And also, I think it's plumper than an opal. You know, it's 400 metres, not 425 metres. So it's going to be plumper, isn't it? And also, although it's a commercial yarn, it doesn't feel too scratchy. You can tell, you know, on your neck, there's a prickle. But on your foot, that's different, isn't it? So I'm hoping she'll be all right with these, because how fun is this? So I'm at the point of the heel and I'm just going to put in my butterfly heel. So I'll do, you know, pink on the yellow, yellow on the pink, and then just work down and finish the sock. And I think they'll be a really fun gift for her. I'll definitely be able to get them done for Christmas, I'm sure. But if you want to give this yarn a try, if you like hard wearing, it feels like it's going to be hard wearing. You know, if you like hard wearing sock yarn and you love the neons, like I said, they do have a dark blue. I thought it was black at first. It's not. It's really dark blue, and they do have a cream. So you could, and you know, there was a red there as well. Was there a green? I think there might have been a green. I'm not sure. So I'm sure, you know, there's options there if you're not into the neon. But actually, you know, pink with that dark navy blue with stripes, I think would look fantastic, wouldn't it? And it feels lovely in the cake. You know, it's really nice. So I'm quite pleased with it. And I didn't tell you how much this was. It was, I think it was between £5 and £6 for 100 grams. You're all going to run and get some now, aren't you? I really think it's worth trying. If you want some of this and you want it from Wool Warehouse, I would say go and get it right now, because there wasn't many skeins left in, for example, the pink. The most popular colours I think people had obviously been drawn to. But if you do try it, let me know what you think. I'd be really interested to know what you think if you like knitting commercial yarn. Give it a go and see what you think, definitely. But I'm enjoying it. And I'm going to carry on working on these, so I'll maybe show you my progress next time. Maybe they'll be finished, or maybe I'll just be, you know, down the foot somewhere. But yeah, really enjoying them.
Who's ready for another winter walk then?
Oh, yes.
Last time we were in York exploring our own history, and also a little bit of the history of York as well. This time we're in a totally different landscape, slap bang in the middle of nowhere, in prime walking country actually, as you'll see in the episode. So join us now for a walk through Swaledale in search of some gorgeous cheese. Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of this little mini-series of Winter Walks.
Yes.
We're back, aren't we?
We are.
And we are in the historic Yorkshire Dales. This is Richmondshire.
And this is actually the location for this year's Bakery Bears Advent Calendar.
Yes, it is.
So it's very similar, actually, to our debut episode of Winter Walks, which came out last year. Of course, that came out in the middle of December.
Yeah.
So this is very much a sort of sneak peek
Yes.
of all that's to come through December, and it's only a few days away. So from the 1st till the 24th of December, we're going to be right here in the run-up to Christmas and having some really wonderful adventures, and we'll probably point out some of those on the way. But what are we doing today?
What are we doing today?
Well, we are actually going to be taking a walk. We do not know, and it's so crazy because it's not far from where we live at all, but we just don't know this side of Richmond at all. The other side, the north side, we know brilliantly because we've been coming in and out of it for years. But this side, this is the Dale side, so we're actually very close to the boundary. Do you know what, Kate? It winds me up.
Yeah, we're not actually in the Yorkshire Dales National Park, are we? We're literally like
Half a mile, and you are.
Yeah,
But,
we're right on the border.
Yeah, we need to apply a big but, and that is, we were in the Yorkshire Dales National Park until 1971.
Oh, and they changed it all, didn't they?
And then, because they wanted to create a new local authority to collect taxes, they decided that they would change geography.
the boundaries.
I mean, some pen pusher in a blooming office in a council can't change where the Yorkshire Dales are.
I mean, where we live, we're like half a mile from the boundary of Yorkshire, aren't we?
Yeah, I know.
And we used to be in Yorkshire, I believe. So...
For me, the tell-all is, we all remember Hannah Hawkswell, don't we?
We do,
Hannah Hawkswell, I can't remember the name of the programme where she became famous.
Yeah, I can't either.
But it was some TV dude was out walking, wasn't he? And he happened to come across her. And then, of course, they filmed a number of series and then she went seeing art and all sorts.
She lived, in the middle of nowhere, didn't she? With no electricity, no running water, no nothing.
And where did she live? The Yorkshire Dales.
Yes.
Except she didn't.
Right.
Because this was filmed right on the time when it was about to change over.
Oh, right.
And so today, she wouldn't have lived in the Yorkshire Dales.
No.
And that, to me, is wrong.
It's crazy, really, isn't it? It's crazy.
But look, forget all of that.
But in any case,
we're
very close.
We're going to take a walk through the historic Yorkshire Dales along a valley of the River Swale. So maybe you've heard of Swaledale cheese. And actually, that's the perfect link to what we're doing.
Yes, we're on a mission, aren't we? We're on a cheese mission.
We are, because winter's a really interesting time of year because I think there's certain things that we like to eat at winter. Definitely.
In winter?
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, we'll eat cheese all year.
Who wouldn't?
But there's something very warming and very homely, I think, about a perfect cheese board. Now, we're not buying enough cheese for a cheese board.
No, we're just going to get a couple. One that I think I'll like and one that you think you'll like.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll give them a try.
It's a brilliant cheese shop that we're heading to.
Yes, we've been before, just once before, haven't we? And we did buy a load of stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And it was excellent.
And it was really excellent.
And it's not far from the Georgian Theatre, actually, as well, which is really cool.
No, it's just literally next door,
So we're going to head for a walk along Swaledale we're then going to take a little bit of a tour of Richmond and then we're going to end up at the cheese shop and then we'll head back here and we'll try some of the cheese and we'll let you know what it's like.
Fun.
So I think we should get cracking.
Let's get going.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're off.
We're off.
And it's a really interesting place, this, isn't it? Because there's a whole... How many cabins are there?
I think there's 18.
Right. So 18 cabins, and I think pretty much all of them you can come and book for as many nights as you want, can't you?
You can, yeah.
So you can come for 2 or 3 nights?
2 or 3 nights. Because we've been here over the weekend, so we've seen... It was very busy at the weekend. Yeah. And then, come Monday morning... It's been really quiet, and I think there's only been a few of them that have got people in.
It's a really good spot because it's not difficult to get to, other than the final sort of road up. You can get here...
Yeah, it's a steep old road. In winter, I think it would be problematic.
Compared to, I would say, 90% of other places in this part of the world, I think this is about as easy as you could find to get into.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, if you're... a walker, or if you're a runner,
Yeah.
or, you know, maybe you just like coming out into the countryside and just sort of chilling out.
Yeah.
It's a really cool spot, and it's a cool spot because it really does feel totally different to the other side of Richmond.
It really does, yeah.
It's like you go from civilization, if you like, to
nothing.
well,
yeah.
to what is certainly what I've always known as the Yorkshire Dales.
Yeah.
So we've left the lodge complex.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it, Kay.
Complex is probably a good word. The land that belongs to the thing. I don't know.
We've left it behind, and really is a short walk, and we're down onto, this is, I mean, it's perfect, really. It's a paved road, paved?
Tarmacked.
It's a tarmacked road right the way to where we're going, which is just brilliant. You can get off-road down into the valley.
You can.
But it's rained a lot, hasn't it?
It's rained an awful lot.
It will be rather boggy, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's just perfect having this road here. And the other really great thing about this road is it's part of the coast-to-coast path, isn't it?
It is.
So I'm not even sure where that starts and where it finishes.
I'm
I
not
just
sure
know
either, yeah.
it goes from the east to the west.
Yeah.
And did Tony Robinson do a series where he walked along the coast? Someone did.
He did. Well, he did, yeah.
So maybe he came past here.
I think maybe he did.
But did he really walk the whole coast-to-coast path?
Of course he did not.
No, he didn't.
He had a man in a car driving him from one place to the next.
It was like he's walking through history series.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Hold
rabbits,
on, look at this.
Rabbits.
They're just up there on that hill.
Can
can see their homes. It's
Oh, there he is. Look, look, look.
the bit in the middle, and it has been a sort of, I know there's rabbits all over the place,
Yeah, there is.
but we don't see a lot of them,
No.
certainly where we live.
No.
And they always seem such happy animals. How did you find out about the zoomies thing, Kay?
Yeah, do you know when rabbits like just go off, bounding off? Well, Bryony's always said, oh, it's zoomies, and I think it's a thing, isn't it?
Well, it must
When
be.
rabbits do zoomies.
It must be. She'll have found it somewhere or other, won't she?
Yeah, I think she saw it with house rabbits, because some
Right.
people have house rabbits, don't
Right.
they? And, you know, they just go off zooming all around.
Yeah.
So I sent her a little video. I got some of the rabbits the other day and sent it to her saying, look, rabbits are doing zoomies. So she thought that was adorable.
Bryony is, of course, our daughter who's at university in York, and
Yes.
when she comes home at Christmas, we're actually going to bring her here for a couple of days.
We're coming back. We're staying in a different lodge, cabin, just for 2 or 3 nights in between Christmas and New Year, because I just
that dead zone.
I just loathe that time
Yeah.
in between Christmas and New Year. Oh, it drags for us anyway. I know some people love it, but we don't. So we thought if we came here
Yeah.
for 2 or 3 days, it'd just break it up, and I think she'll really like it. You know, she's already prepared. She said, I'm bringing loads of books, and I'm just gonna like get all my blankets, and I'm just gonna sit and read loads of books looking at the view. I said, well, that's fine, darling, no problem. And
Well, that's
we'll come for some walks as well.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll be lovely, actually.
Speaking of views, just have a look at this. You can see the castle there in the distance.
You can,
And
yeah.
it gives, I've never seen the castle from this side
No,
before.
it looks totally different.
It gives you a whole other perspective.
Yeah, and we've been to that castle so many times.
Yeah.
But from this angle, it looks like a completely different place.
And if you look to the right there as well, you can see the folly.
Oh, yeah, on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was built, you know, substantially, probably 650, 700 years after the castle was built.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the folly is still probably 250 years old.
You can stay there, can't you?
You can. Is it Landmark Trust?
I think it's Landmark Trust, yeah. Looked a bit creepy when we looked it up, I seem to
Yeah,
remember.
because there's not many rooms per floor, is there?
No, I think it's literally like one room per floor because
Yeah.
it's a tower.
Kay, does it get more seasonal than this? You don't get anything, I think, more sort of picturesque and perfect. That for me says winter, and that for me says
Yeah,
Christmas.
definitely.
Holly, and we've seen a lot of ivy too, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
I mean, come on.
We've been walking through a Christmas carol.
We were having a discussion about Christmas carols the other day,
Yeah, we were.
and I do have to take it back. That Joy to the World is deemed a Christmas carol.
Well, of course it is. Dan was all like, this is not a Christmas carol. I said, well, I think if you asked 100 people would say, yes, it is.
I sort of gauge Christmas carols on what I sang when I was in the Minster,
Yeah.
and I did not sing Joy to the World.
Well, that doesn't mean that it's not a carol.
Yeah, I know. It's shocking behaviour, isn't it? I shouldn't be quite so snobbish.
Morning. There's lots of dog walkers on this road.
Yes, very popular route. The colours are just spectacular,
Just
aren't
gorgeous, yeah. It
Wow.
still looks very autumnal, doesn't it?
they? Yeah. I mean, absolutely. And you told me why the colours are so...
Oh, right. So I read a while ago that
We've joked about this a lot this year.
there was a prediction that the autumn colours were going to be particularly glorious this year because it had been such a dry... Was it dry spring or dry summer? I can't remember. And that caused more of a build-up of sugars in the trees,
right.
which leads to better colour in the autumn. I would agree for this year. It's been absolutely amazing. And I've been coming in from my walks from every morning and saying to Dan, oh, the colours are amazing this year. I've both been having a chuckle.
You have sort of been right, though, Kate.
Well, yes, I have been right. And I read it a few times, actually. It wasn't just one place.
Right.
Because I never generally believe much of what I read online.
No.
Because it's best not to. But I think it has proved to be true this year.
So what is it about cheese boards then? Because
Cheese boards?
you always used to go on about this particular memory. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah.
So you clearly remembered that memory, so it clearly is a poignant one. So what is that memory that you have? Kate?
Yeah, well, I think it was in the evening, wasn't it? And you'd just gone downstairs. This is at home. You'd just gone downstairs and I thought you were just getting us a drink. And then you come back up and you've got this full-on cheese board with like loads of stuff on it. And we sat and we had some, and it must be years and years ago.
Yeah.
And I just always remember it because it was such a surprise that you just came up and you created this like smorgasbord of goodness. And we were like, oh, right, let's just sit and cuddle up and have some of that cheese. That'd be lovely. I just always remember it.
Sit and cuddle up and eat cheese.
Sounds glorious,
That's
doesn't
the
it?
way.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it, that it does have that sort of warming, homely vibe about it.
Yeah, and it's such a simple thing as well, isn't it, really? Doesn't have to cost a lot.
No, and I think that it's interesting then that obviously earlier on this year we filmed the story of Holy Island, and whilst we were there we went to the local pub and we had a meal which was decidedly average until the cheese board came.
Yeah.
The cheese board was completely spectacular, and it was so spectacular that Kay tried to recreate it and did a pretty good job.
It for your birthday.
For my birthday.
I don't think I did do a very good
You
job,
did,
but
didn't
it
you?
was the thought that counted,
You did
wasn't
a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is about a cheese board is, so long as the quality of the cheese is good, then I think that you're sort of set, really.
Yeah.
But what is it that you like on a cheese board? Is there anything in particular?
Well, I'm quite plain and simple when it comes to cheese, aren't I? I don't do any of the blue stuff.
No.
And I don't do any of the soft stuff.
No.
Like brie and things.
Yeah.
Oh, no. But I love a good, strong cheddar. And I love Wensleydale. And I love like double Gloucester.
Yeah.
You know, all of the sort of traditional English type cheeses.
Yeah.
You know, oh, and smoked. Anything smoked cheese. Oh, I love that. So if we spot a smoked one today, definitely have to give that a go.
Whereas, I mean, for me, I agree. I like all of the ones that you've said, but I do like blue. I do like... I'm not so fond of camembert, but I do really like brie. But I am quite into... I don't mind a bit of goat's cheese.
Yeah, and I don't like that. It's very goaty, isn't it? Oh,
yes, it's pungent.
Not that, no thanks. Can we just say how steep this hill is that we're walking down now?
Yeah, I mean, this is the outskirts.
This is the outskirts of Richmond now.
The houses are interesting, aren't they?
The houses are interesting.
Will they be 50s?
Yeah, I think quite a lot of them are sort of 50s,
Yeah.
60s, but it's very eclectic.
Yeah.
I think, you know, building plots at some point have been sold off sort of gradually.
Yeah.
And, you know, one builder's built 2 or 3 houses, another builder's come along and built another. And it's sort of developed like that. Oh, and then there's some allotments on the other side here.
Have a look at these.
Which are so cute. And when we were walking back up the other day, the sun was out and it was absolutely baking the allotment, so it must be brilliant.
I mean, it will be a real sun trap, this,
I think
actually.
it will, yeah.
It's the perfect spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Isn't
look
it
at
lovely? Look at the
those.
flowers.
Wow.
There's a little house for sale down here, we'll show you, and Dan and I thought it was so sweet, so we looked it up, and it's currently empty. It needs a lot of work. It looks to us like it's maybe an elderly person that's lived there forever.
It's very sweet, but it's absolutely minute.
It's really small. It's this house here on the corner. Can you see the blue sign that says for sale?
Yeah.
But what I really liked was the sort of backyard area, which we'll show you. I just thought it was really cute. It's 3 bedrooms, but I think one of them was tiny.
And wasn't the stairway a bit interesting?
The stairway was very interesting. So it's this house here with the green gate. But I love this sort of back area with these outhouses. I just think that's really cute. I just see potential really all over that.
Just not for roses.
This one right here, no. And there's a Chinese takeaway across the road, which I think is handy. Can you see it there with the white windows?
It's a terrifying proposition,
And I think it was, how much
living
was it?
opposite a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm going to take you down into Richmond, where you've not been before.
Oh, that's exciting.
So that is going to be fun. So we'll get onto that road a minute, and I think you're going to like it.
All right. Ooh, look at this little gift shop.
It's like stepping back in time. Oh, now you're talking.
Look. Isn't that beautiful?
What a spectacular start to a really lovely walk. And that path, that coast-to-coast path, it's a Wainwright's walk.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
And he was a genius.
Really
because
was.
I went the other way on that path, and literally 3 miles in the opposite direction, there is a henge. Well, it's not a henge, it's a hill fort. So it's a Bronze Age hill fort from probably about 1000 BC, which I ran to, and it was completely spectacular. And what makes him a genius is he finds ways through the countryside that are just... Because actually, not to bang on about the Advent calendar, but in the Advent calendar, I go to a church in a place called Marske, and that is also on the coast-to-coast path. And within that visit to the church, I discover a little shop that they've put in the church that... What did I tell you? Is it £4,000 they'd made?
In the year, yeah.
And with an honesty box.
With an honesty
box. And the
box.
shop. And the Advent calendar, I'd take
was,
you in.
Yeah, it was all things walkers needed, like plasters and blister relief and all of these sorts
And
of
chocolate
things.
bars
and
and bags
chocolate
of
bars
crisps
and
and-
energy things and nuts
it's
and all
brilliant.
of these sorts of
It's
things.
so brilliant.
Yeah.
So, and it couldn't be a more picturesque spot as well. So that's what I mean when I say Wainwright, absolute genius. He just knew how to sort of lead people through places and take them to the most spectacular spots. But the issue with this walk is, you may have noticed that in that first half, it was all downhill.
Yes.
So you know what that means, doesn't it? That means in the second part, we're uphill. And quite sharply uphill too. So there's lots.
It really is a steep hill.
Don't worry, it's not just us like huffing and puffing up a hill. We take a tour of Richmond. We go on Castle Walk on a very precipitous, which Kay was quite surprised at, and
mortifying.
Have a little explore. And we get in the cheese shop as well. So lots to come in part 2.
Yum.
Right now, though, it's time for me to say, Kay Jones, what is the pick of your project?
Were you confused then?
Yeah, because you've got your finished objects.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I am. That is confusing for you. I'm trying to be efficient, have everything prepared. Right, so my pick of the projects is a glorious, glorious project that I am absolutely obsessed with. And I'll be upfront about this. It's an Advent project. Well, I've made it into an Advent project. I know it's not December yet, but I couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait to start this, right? We can all make our own rules, can't we? If you want to start your Advent project now, go start it. I'm giving you permission, okay? Now, the first thing that motivated this project, I'll be honest, was the purchase of a new bag. Now, I haven't bought a bag from this lovely lady for ages. And she put up a picture of this fabric and these bags that she was putting in her shop, and I was like, I am all over that. I subscribed to her newsletter, and in the newsletter, I think you get early access. I think that's right. There's like a link to get a bit of an early access if you subscribe to a newsletter. So I did that, and I got myself one of these bags, and it's fabulous. So it's from Emma at Eldon Woodcraft, and look at this fabric. Oh, I love it. And what I love about this is it's more wintry, isn't it, than Christmassy. So I feel I can use this really right through till the beginning of March. You know, this is very much December, January, February type
what's
bag.
What's to use it in summer if you want to cool off?
Well, of course you can. You can use a bag whenever you want to use a bag. But I know a lot of us like to theme everything, don't we? You know, we like to coordinate our bags to the season and things like that, which is weird because...
I just like to use bags I like.
I know, and it sort of makes me think of seasonal reading as well, and I'm not a seasonal reader, so why I use seasonal bags, I don't know, because it's not really something I normally think about. But this particular one, I think, is just very wintry, isn't it? These gorgeous houses, these children on their sledges. Fabulous. And it's on both sides. It's a lovely big size, and it's just sort of cream, kind of like a linen, not linen, like a cotton, a heavyweight cotton on the inside. Loads of pockets. It's a drawstring. And then it's also got a handle as well. Lovely, robust bag. Brilliant. So I had to have a new, for me, Christmassy project in this bag. And this is another trifecta. What was your word?
Triumvirate.
That's what this is, because it's bag, it's yarn, and then it's project. It's like alchemy. Because what happened at the same time was I got a surprise package from Sophie at Pixie Yarn. I got this package and it arrived, and I was like, have I ordered something from Pixie Yarn and just forgotten? Perfectly possible, let me tell you. But no, I hadn't. It was a surprise gift from Sophie, and she'd sent me the 3rd and 4th of the Roots mini skein club from this year. I'd bought the 1st and the 2nd, and I'm going to show you something I finished in that later. She'd sent me the 3rd and the 4th. So I had leftovers from the thing that I knit before, plenty of leftovers. So effectively I had 24 minis in a beautiful kind of, I suppose it is a fade. You know, it works through a few colours. So I had to start something with this beautiful yarn I had. So At the moment, the only ones that are still in their little mini skeins is this. So this was number 3 from her Roots Club, and there's only 5 in here because one of them I've wound and used already. So this was the 3rd one. I actually started, for this project, I started from number 4 and I'm going backwards because I was too excited to start with the new yarns. So I've already worked my way through number 4 and I'm now into number 3. And then 2 and 1 are the ones that I'd already purchased, and I've got leftovers. I've still got like 12 grams left of each of those. So they're already wound. So I've got all of those in this bag. And I'm making a Bits and Bobs cowl, one of my designs, because Bryony was recently home just for a weekend. Last weekend, was it? She was chilly. I mean, it was a cold weekend. I gave her the Bits and Bobs cowl that I made. Do you know that one I made? Was it earlier this year? The one that was all really dark colours, like browns and deep reds and things. And I gave her that to wear. And she put it on and she literally didn't take it off for like the 4 days that she was home. So I gave it to her. I said, you can have it, no problem. So she's taken that back to uni. And it just made me want to make another one. And I looked at the pattern and I looked at my existing ones, which I've got here, and I counted how many, I say rows, but the way it's worked, each of the sort of V stitches is actually 2 rows. But I counted all of the V stitch rows and I worked out a way of like alternating the width just by a couple of rows on each colour to make it fit the length that I like. So that was brilliant. So I was like, right, I'm going to start this. I'll show you the other 2 Bits and Bobs cows first of all, just so you know what I'm talking about. So this is my original one from the pattern that you see me wearing, and this is as old as the pattern is. I can't remember when I put this out. It's a good few years ago. But this is the original one. So it uses it's a modified fisherman's rib. It's not the standard fisherman's rib that, you know, if you go and look for a pattern for a fisherman's rib, it's not the standard one. It's I've modified it because my blanket, my Bits and Bobs blanket, which is in the same stitch, there's no purl stitches in that. It's only knits effectively. Whereas a standard sort of fisherman's rib, it's a sort of knit purl, knit purl, knit purl. But, you know, I wanted to sort of take that away when I designed the Bits and Bobs blanket. So I worked out a way of it just being knits. So the cowl, because this is knit in the round, there is purls, but it's done differently. It's not knit purl, knit purl, knit purl. It's not like that, but there is purls in it. So this is the original one, and it uses fingering weight held double. And for this one, I got all of these leftovers of all these pretty sort of pastel shades, and I held it double with a undyed. So this is the original, very worn, been washed numerous times one that I wear every morning in the winter with my pyjamas and nighttime. And then I knit another one a few years after that, which is this one. And this one uses it's a 1, 2, 3, it's the 5 or 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is pixie yarn as well, I'm sure. It was a set of 5 minis. I think there was only 5 in there, in this kind of gradient, going from very creamy through to a red. And I held them double again with an undyed and made this one, which I think is lovely. And then, of course, I made the dark coloured one that I mentioned to you that Bryony's now got at uni. So this is actually my 4th one now. This might be my favourite. And this is where I'm up to. I've done 7 days so far. So, yeah, today is actually the 8th of December. And look at this. Oh, my goodness, I love it so much. Isn't it fantastic? Oh, I can't wait. So this is the sort of first half with these blues running into the green, and then greens kind of go into purples and then pinky reds and then back out to a neutral at the other end. Oh, it's just going to be absolutely wonderful. I feel like coming up with this kind of way of working it for me, it's the perfect Advent project, because each little section only takes me about 30-40 minutes, and I've been doing this every evening. It's been like my little treat at the end of the day. I'm like, oh, I get to do another little section, and it really doesn't take long at all. So I don't really like stuff in December in particular that's like a heavy commitment in terms of, you know, working through Advents, because everybody has so much else going on, don't they? That I think just having something that's really fun that you can do in like 30-40 minutes at the end of the day, oh, it's just so nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to adding in today's colour, which I've already got wound up. It's this gorgeous blue. So what I'm actually doing for this is I'm holding the mini double. So this is 20 grams altogether, and I've got it split into two 10 grams here, and I'm holding it double. I know that I could have wound this into a cake, and I've seen people like pull from the middle and pull from the outside as well. But I don't know, I feel like that might end up getting twisted or tangled or something. Maybe I'm wrong. And I don't mind having leftovers that are in two little bits. Oh no, that's the one I've just put in. I'm wrong. Have I wound today's? I haven't wound today's yet. I apologise. This was the one I put in last night. So these are my leftovers, because it doesn't use all of it. So I do have leftovers. So the leftovers from the first set I've put back into the bag. And I'll just use these for like heels and toes or other scrappy projects, you know, brilliant. These are the two from last night, so I haven't wound today's yet. It's this next blue here. And it's just marvellous. And it's worked on 4mm needles, and you can do it on a 16-inch circular. I actually start it off on a 16-inch circular, but then because of the nature of the stitches, it effectively is sort of like brioche. It looks like brioche. It's got that stretchiness, you know. So after you've worked maybe an inch, you can then transfer it onto a 24-inch, and that's what I've done. And it's just, I find this a bit more, I don't know. I mean, you could do it either way, but I like it on a 24-inch. There's a bit more room for your stitches. And this is, oh, I just can't stop looking at it. I just think it's so, so lovely. So, you know, if you are looking for an Advent project, maybe think, and maybe you've not got the sort of capacity to do, like, to knit through a full 20 grams every day, for example. Just think of a project that's a bit less time consuming. And you might not use all of your mini, but it doesn't matter, does it? You can just save them and use them for something else. There's probably enough for another one, to be fair, another cowl. You know, you might want to do socks, whatever. So just think of something that's a bit less time consuming, maybe. But I'm just obsessed by this, absolutely obsessed. I just love it.
So my pick of the projects is this. There is a very special family member who was watching the last show. She actually secretly watches most of the shows.
She does, we didn't know.
Which is very sweet. And so we found out. Anyway, she happened to see the cowl that I finished, which I gave to our daughter Bryony.
Yeah.
And she didn't ask for a cowl at all, but I could tell that she liked it. So I said, well, would you like me to make one? And she said, yes, please. So she requested some specific type of yarn, which Kate dyed for me, which is just marvellous. And I decided that I wanted to knit the Pemberley Cowl, which is just gorgeous, and cast it on. But the reason why it's all so marvellous is it's in my bag, which Kay made me for my birthday.
Yeah.
And it's got Tigger on it, who I love very much, because he's just like me. And yeah, so that's the bag, and the yarn sort of matches the bag, which is really cool. It does,
yeah. I used the Riley Blake fabric, the 100 Acre Wood.
And it's just good. I mean, it's just perfect. It's perfect. And the yarn fits in it perfect.
It does.
With the project on the top.
And it's lovely.
And I haven't actually printed the design.
Oh, you're not?
Not yet, no, because I think I might have cast it on and I didn't have access to a printer or something, or I don't know. Anyway, so I was just using a digital copy.
Oh, wow.
But, you know, it's not difficult to remember.
Not the rib, no. It's just it's a broken 1x1 rib that you start with.
It's a broken 1x1 rib. So here it is. So I've done the ribbing and I'm into the first little band of colour, and then it's going to swap back and then that band of colour is going to become the sort of accent. It's just so fun. Why is it my pick of the projects? Well, for all the reasons I've said, but also discovered that one by one broken rib I actually don't hate.
Ah, all right.
In fact, I would say I really enjoyed knitting the rib, and it didn't take me.
You did say that to me. You said,
Didn't take me long at
I'm really
all.
enjoying knitting that cowl. I said, you're only on the rib, aren't you? And he's like, yeah, I really like it.
It's also a really nice rib, though. You know, it looks really beautiful.
It does.
And, you know, sometimes, yes, you know, on like a chunky, like warm, wintry type sock, then a 2x2 or on a hat, you know, definitely. But on this, you know, it's brilliant design because it just wouldn't be reflective of the rest of what's coming because it wants to be more elegant and a bit more stylish, doesn't it? And I would say that is.
Well, the reason I always try and do a rib on cowls, I do ribs, quite often broken ribs or other types of rib that doesn't suck in too much. I like, because when it's a cowl, I like the rib to be the same all the way down. I don't like it sucking in, you know, top and bottom. So I always try and use a rib that's either broken or has got something else in it that means that it doesn't suck in too much. Yeah.
So I'm using, what will they be, 3.5s, I think?
3.5, I think, for that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're 3.5. 3.5, yes, they are 40 centimetre Knit Pro Novas.
Yeah.
And they're perfect, absolutely perfect for this.
Yeah, I like Knit Pro Novas 16-inch. I think that's the only ones I use for 16-inch, the Knit Pro Novas.
Yeah.
I really like them.
And yeah, I mean, everything about it is...
It's going to be gorgeous.
Just wonderful.
Those
And I've
two
knitted this
colours are
once
lovely.
before.
Yeah.
And looking forward to knitting it again because there's a foliage section.
There is. It's quite tricky, isn't it? It's like ivy.
Yes. The floats are quite challenging for that section, which is really
I've
fun.
got it somewhere.
So they'll see it as I knit it. They'll be
Okay, I just wondered if I got the other one somewhere.
Marvel at the gorgeousness of my colour work as it produces the leaves circling around.
Yeah, there's leaves.
Wonderful
and
design. All sorts of wonderful things.
it's like a snowflakey section in the middle, I think.
You shall
isn't it?
enjoy it all through
Yeah,
2026.
It's really pretty.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you absolutely will, because it'll take him all year
no,
to
it
make.
won't. No, it won't. Look, I've done the rib already, and I've only just cast it on.
That'll be a Christmas present next
I'll
year,
be
and that's
no,
fine.
it won't.
It will.
That's not true because it took me less time to do that last one.
Yeah, but you might as well then keep it as a Christmas
It'll be an
present.
October present
Well,
for the autumn.
there's no relevance
Perfect
to that.
autumnal
We might as well
present.
save it for
There's
Christmas.
a quest. Tune in next year.
October
I shall finish
gifting
it
season.
in September.
All right, are you going to hold him to that?
Yeah, the
I'm going to remember that.
5th of September.
25th of September, you
That's the day I
declared
will
that you will
cast off.
finish that by.
So yes, that is the pick of my projects. It's the Pemberley Cowl and it's wonderful. And now, finally, it's time for Kay to show us, Kay Jones, what's off your needles?
Yes! Right, are you ready? Because I've got two lovely things. My first finished item is the pair of socks that I showed you last time and I've been talking about, and I finished them. So it's these ones.
Wow.
And I absolutely love them. So it's the exact same pattern that I'm using on the pair that I showed you earlier, but this time I used this kind of more autumnal yarn. This is also Freckled Whimsy. It was from her, I think it's just called Monthly Self-Striping Club, isn't it, that I'm in? And this was the November one, and it was Hot Cider and Hay Rides. I can't remember it. And this kind of brown colour, brownish, warm brown colour, was the mini. You can see it on the heel there. So I used it for the background colour. And then the star colour, I managed to almost match to the sort of neutral of the stripe. This was just one of my own hand-dyeds again, but I almost matched it. And I think they just turned out lovely. So which was my first one? Yeah, that's the one that's just got a little bit of resistance here over the Colourwork section. It can still get it on my foot. So then this was the one where it's a bit more deliberate, and this one has got a lot more stretch and still looks beautiful, I think, the Colourwork. Should we have a look at my floats? I think they look okay. So yeah, these, I think, I'm going to keep hold of them for now, because if I do write a pattern up for it, I think it'll be good to have photos of like another colour option. Or what I might do, to be fair, is I'll just take a bunch of photos. I'll take a bunch of photos and then I can get Bryony to try these on, make sure that they're okay for her, and then she can have these. and I think she'll really enjoy having them. I just think they're lovely. One thing I did actually for this is I didn't know how it was going to knit up. I mean, you don't know, do you, how a self-striping is going to knit up unless you've seen a picture of it on Instagram or something, you know, if the dyer has knit up a swatch or whatever. But I didn't know how this one or the other one was going to knit up, how the stripe sequence was going to work. And with this, I wanted to make sure that the panel didn't come before or after the same colour stripe. And I also wanted to avoid it being near the heel as well. So I did a bit of, just discovering what it's going to look like. And what I did to do that was, I've not got the other one near me now, but I just took the yarn after I caked it up and I just wound it around a piece of card so that I could see what the stripes were going to look like in sequence. And then having done that, I could then plan it to see where I wanted to cast it on, because I knew, for example, I want 3 stripes for the cuff. I knew that I'd have 4 stripes after the panel, and then how many stripes I'd got before the toe. So I was able to plan that second one to avoid having the background colour close to the panel, next to the heel, or even next to the toe. It all worked out really well. So I think it's worth just, you can do that with any self-striping, can't you? Even if you were just knitting, a plain sock. If you didn't want your heel to be next to the same colour, within the stripe sequence, you could do that. You could just plan it if you know roughly how many stripes you want for the leg. Because with Carrie's yarn, I find you get, what do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 stripes in a little bit of the area. It goes 5 rows, sorry. And in a bit of the area, it goes to 6. But I would say it's mainly 5 rows. So you can then roughly work out, can't you? If that kind of a thing bothers you, it might not bother you to have the same colour right next to the heel. But if you can avoid it, I think it aesthetically, I think it's a bit more pleasing, isn't it? But yeah, those ones are finished and lovely. And then my second thing is I finished my fairground cowl. This is gorgeous, I've got to say. Look! So I knit this using parts 1 and 2 of Sophie's Pixie Yarns Roots Club. So my Bits and Bobs cowl, the top, the second half of it will have all of these colours in, and the first half, so from this green, it then goes into those greens and blues. Oh, it's going to be so lovely. So yeah, I finished it, and this cowl is based on I've taken the stitch pattern from my Fairground socks, because I've always wondered what it would look like in a cowl, and the answer is it looks marvellous. I think it looks great. And then the pink the pink contrast is one that I dyed myself, and I love the pink actually with it. I think it just works so well. I haven't actually put this on. I finished it, blocked it, took photos, wrote the pattern, not actually put it on. Oh, it's marvellous, I can tell straight away. I love cowls. Oh my gosh, I love this. Look how gorgeous that is. Let's get it situated. I might leave it on. Oh, it's lovely. It's gorgeous. I love it. Perfect. So this, I have written the pattern up, but this is actually going to be a platinum pattern for next year for our patrons. It'll be the June platinum pattern. So lovely patrons, you've got this to look forward to in June. I think it's just gorgeous. So if you don't get around to using your advents, in June you can use 12 of them to make a lovely cowl. Perfect.
Wonderful. That's
yes,
very exciting.
Thank you.
And definitely a place to wear a cowl is strolling through the Yorkshire Dales.
Oh, yes.
And so I think that's the perfect way for us to get back to our lovely walk and to see if we find the cheese shop. Let's get back to winter walks.
So this is the original main street.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And you can absolutely tell that.
You know, previously
There's
this
a
was...
church.
Yeah.
It's a Catholic church.
You'd be welcome here.
I would.
And look,
St Joseph's, that was the name of my school when I was young. Oh my gosh, that's enormous.
there's a song. No, carry on.
I never needed anyone.
Don't go on anymore, otherwise we'll have to
Okay.
X-rate this.
But look at that massive building.
That has to be part of the
church.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge.
I mean, that's a really old Catholic church. The majority of them are modern, aren't they?
Look at these little houses over here, though. Are they not adorable? I've never been down this road in Richmond. I couldn't even tell you where this is going to bring us out. I love that one there with the sagey green door. Isn't that beautiful?
It's got a real sort of village feel with
It
the
really
trees, with
does.
the cars parked on the side.
It really does. Yeah.
And look at this.
Wow,
Yeah, it looks
this
like
is
an old
amazing.
coach scheme. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Amazing.
But the whole street just screams. It screams Georgian, doesn't
There's
it?
a pub.
There's a couple of pubs around here.
Right.
I mean, that shows you strong community, doesn't it?
Yeah. I
Makes the-
like that it's fairly flat as well because
Yeah.
a lot of
Well, it is now.
A lot of Richmond is not.
No,
It's
as we've already
extremely
discovered.
hilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Wow, look at that. What is that?
Well, that's got to be like an old Methodist chapel, you would think. Something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
would think.
Lennox Lodge.
Lennox Lodge.
So that screams bookability again, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Gosh, such lovely houses.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Ooh, look at this little gift shop.
it's like stepping back in time.
Look.
Oh, now you're talking.
Look, isn't that beautiful? It's not
That
open at the
that
moment.
car there screams Hallmark.
It really does. Oh, it's
look-
not open. We could have gone in. Look at that Christmas
Look
card.
what that bauble says down there.
It's a very Yorkshire, that. I love this Christmas card. That's beautiful.
But we're coming up on the Costa Coffee, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
And we're going to be popping in there in the Advent calendar
Yeah.
in search of a festive drink.
Yes.
And we can't wait.
We can't wait. I think
'Cause
it's going
we
to
are-
be hilarious.
We've never had anything other than straight coffees before.
Yeah.
Never even had pumpkin spice lattes.
No.
And we're going to go in there, look, seasonal favourites.
Yes, gingerbread latte is calling to me, I think.
And we'll try those coffees, and that's going to be one of the day's instalments in this year's Advent calendar.
Bryony loves this shop as well. It's called Dot's Place. She's been in here before and loves it, so she'll want to come in here again, I'm sure. It's a nice festive window.
Now, yeah, we're going to come around here. This is such a...
Oh yes, this road.
Cool road.
It's amazing.
Because the houses either side are just spectacular.
They are.
But then it takes you for a walk around the perimeter of the castle.
Look at this window. It's very Dickensian, I always think, when I see this window.
It's unbelievably Dickensian, sort of bulging
Georgian
out.
House, it's called. And there's a gorgeous house here to the left. This
We
one's
saw it being
also
done up,
lovely.
didn't we?
You can actually stay in this one here, this
Oh, right.
pink one.
Right.
You can stay in that one. I looked it up. Where you park your car, I don't even know.
This is the
Look
one, isn't
at
it?
this. Yeah, I love this house.
It's done up very recently.
Yeah, it was, because we remember it with scaffolding on, don't we?
Yeah, it was for ages.
Yeah. And the view the other side is insane. Look at this one here. Just gorgeous. That's the kitchen at the front there, look.
And that's the window there out of Scotland's Hall in the castle.
Yeah. But look at the view it's got. There's the folly we were speaking about that you can stay in.
Which we were the other side of.
We were.
So we've walked along the ridge.
The ridge up
just
there.
up there, down into town now. And behind us is the castle that we could see on
Yeah.
the horizon. So we're going to skirt around the castle because And another one of the destinations for this year's Advent calendar is the waterfalls. And I'm told this year that they're absolutely busting.
Huge.
Because there's been an awful lot of rainfall, hasn't there?
Yeah. The last time we were here, actually, we sat here and had an ice cream. We were with Bryony, so it must have been in the summer.
Yeah. So we're coming round now onto Castle Walk. We're walking directly below the line of the walls.
We are.
I mean, it's just spectacular. And they would have risen up an awful lot higher than what they do even today. And to think that this was built in 1071.
It's amazing, isn't
Completely amazing.
Wow, that's a drop down there.
Yeah, this is the reason why I said, do you think you'd be okay?
Well, I didn't know where we were coming.
Okay.
It's totally fine,
Cool.
but I'm not going to go near that edge.
No. We shall skirt inwards.
Wow.
And down there you can see.
Look at the river. It's huge.
So later on in this year's Advent calendar, we'll be heading down to the river and heading down to one of our favourite spots, which is Richmond Falls. And it's very reminiscent of Robin Hood, isn't it?
It is. It makes me think of Robin Hood, yeah.
That scene.
It's very similar to that bit at Aysgarth Falls where it was filmed, yeah.
And the funny thing is, we're not that far from Aysgarth Falls at all.
No, we're not.
If you were to head up in that direction, that's the way that we would drive to get to Aysgarth Falls. We'd follow the river along and then we'd branch off to the left.
Yeah, and we've been a few times, haven't we, over the years?
Yeah, we did New Adventures there.
We did. Gosh, that's some years ago.
In Search of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Which I will...
Oh my gosh, can we not go near that edge, please? Because that's mortifying.
I mean, that is complete... I don't think I've ever seen the swale quite so full.
Oh, it's making my legs go weird.
Wow.
I'm going to look at the wall, if that's okay.
And the wall, I mean, speaking of the wall, it's just towering above us up there. It's just wonderful.
It is. I've never walked on here for good reason. I am a little bit nervous. I am absolutely not looking down that drop.
One of the other things that we do each Advent calendar, it's become a tradition, is we visit 3 churches that are new to me that I've never been in before. And the church in Richmond, I'm told, is completely spectacular. It's called St Mary's. And the reason why it's spectacular is it's got in it 2 Norman pillars, original Norman pillars, dating from around the time of the castle. And they're vast, and they're right in the middle of the nave.
Yeah.
And then also as well, this is the best bit, because I've never seen, there's lots of occurrences of this all over Yorkshire and the country. So basically what happened was people, when the monasteries were dissolved by Henry VIII, so around 1536, 1537, they would go into the monastery before the men came to strip it all out, sell everything off and all of that.
Yeah.
And they would take out all their favourite bits and they would move them into their local church. And that's what they've done here.
Yeah.
They stole, well, they didn't steal, they preserved the choir stalls. And the choir stalls now are in St Mary's Church. So they're the choir stalls from the monastery. And when you think the amount of monasteries we've gone to visit, to be able to actually see some original furniture.
Is it 10 o'clock? Or?
Easily.
Right.
More like 10:15.
Oh, right, okay.
So the cheese shop is open. We're safe. Yes, can I have some Alp blossom, please?
Anything else before I cut it, because it makes a mess of course
Yes.
everywhere, so I'll do the easy ones first if that's okay. Are you talking about the smoke?
Yeah, is that...
Is it sheep's or is it
Cow's.
cow? Oh, I'll have some of that then, yeah. Thank you.
We got cheese.
The one you got is unpasteurised milk.
Right.
I don't think you're pregnant, so
No.
I think you're okay.
So this is where the fun begins.
We're at the bottom of the steep hill. So my theory for today is not to go at it like a full pelt.
No.
I'm just going to go really slow and steady.
Yeah.
And see if I can make it to the top without stopping.
So what we need is something to put us off. And that is a question about food.
Question about food?
Yes.
Okay.
Your favourite, because we were speaking before about what people like to eat in winter.
Yes.
What's your sort of favourite, or favourites, winter warming, you know, lovely food that you wouldn't have in the summer that you do have in the winter?
Well, we do enjoy corned beef hash, don't we?
It's classic, isn't it?
Yeah, we do really like that. And
It's an absolute classic. You can't beat it.
yeah, and we have it with mashed, big pile of mashed potato.
That's another winter
Yum.
thing, isn't
Oh,
it?
I love mashed potato.
So, mashed potato, corned beef hash.
Yes.
Will we be eating any pies this winter, do you think?
I'm sure we will. I think I will do a pie again. Maybe not chicken though. Chicken pie doesn't scream winter, does it? Maybe.
I did enjoy that chicken and leek pie, though.
That was lovely.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Maybe like minced beef and onion.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be nice.
yeah, definitely. There's something. It's the cream. Well, it's not cream sauce.
No.
The sauce in a chicken pie for me is the best bit.
Yeah, I just made like a chicken gravy sort of, you know, sauce. I did not put cream in it. I don't like that.
No, me neither, to be honest. But I mean, that pie. I really enjoyed the apple pie that we had afterwards.
Yeah.
But the chicken pie wins for me. So we made it to the top of the hill, and
I didn't stop.
No, you really didn't stop. You did a stupendous job. It's sort of insulting though, because it just keeps going and going
and going.
It's like, oh.
So steep, I could not live on that road.
No, it'd be highly frustrating.
Yeah,
It's spectacular views though.
it really is.
We're looking straight down what will become I mean, it is the Valley of Swaledale because that's the swale.
Yes.
But, you know, when it officially gets into the Yorkshire Dales National Park, that's the start of Swaledale. And how appropriate then that Kay is carrying in her bag
Yes,
some smoked Swaledale.
indeed.
It's going to be delicious
It is.
with some chutney and a biscuit.
Oh, yes.
We hope anyway. Well, we know it
Well,
will.
it will. I'm not so sure about yours.
Well, I don't know what there's going to be. The thing I hope is, I hope that it doesn't just taste like Jarlsberg.
Yeah, it looks sort of like that, doesn't it? It maybe didn't look quite as rubbery
No.
as Jarlsberg.
It's the perfect day for a walk, to be honest. The temperature's not too cold, but it's also not too warm.
No, it's about 10 degrees, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to wear my new Let Lopey today, but it's just a little bit too warm.
Yeah.
Highly frustrating, because it's not had its first ride out yet.
Has it not?
No.
Oh.
Definitely at some point through the winter, it's going to be time to get that. It's the Goldie, isn't it? That's the latest one
that's
that
the
I finished.
latest one you finished, yeah.
It was all set, it's all there, ready to put on, and I just went for a run this morning, and it's so surprising because it really was cold the last couple of days.
And it is going to get colder, I think.
Yeah, it is. I think this is the last sort of bloom before the depths of winter hit.
Yeah.
We're close,
We're nearly back.
and I'll be honest, I'm thrilled.
Yeah, me too.
After that climb,
I know.
I need a quarter pound of cheese.
We've done about 3.4 miles so far.
So, should we get back
Yeah.
to our gorgeous cabin?
Let's
Should
get
we
back.
get out a plate, some biscuits, bit of chutney,
Lovely.
chop up some cheese?
Sounds
And let's
delicious.
see if this Alp Blossom and Swaledale smoked is
I'm
any
scared
good.
for you.
Yes, so am I. I'm petrified. No, it's going to be great. Right, we've made it back
We have.
to our cabin that is made of logs.
It's made of wood. It's not exactly
It's logs cut into planks and then attached together, thus creating
It's wood,
a
but
wooden
not,
cabin.
not whole logs.
Some might call it Christmas lodge.
Oh yes, it's more of a lodge.
Yes.
Yeah.
That does stink, actually.
It does absolutely reek, the one that Dan's bought. I'm not interested in having it anywhere near me.
So we've got the smoked Swaledale. And we also have
Swaledale looks very nice. Thank you very much.
the Alp Blossom. And immediately...
Oh, now my hand's sticky.
It's not screaming Jarlsberg, because Jarlsberg doesn't stink.
Don't eat the crust, obviously.
Whereas this does... Oh. Wow, that's fruity.
I don't want it. Not interested in fruity cheese.
That's really quite shocking. That's really strong.
Is it?
I don't know how much is the flour. I mean, you would think it is the flowers that's giving it the fruity vibe. Do you think?
I wouldn't imagine so.
So it's just probably the unpasteurised nature of the cheese, maybe. I've got some British ale and onion chutney. And have you tried some with the chutney? So people need to know what it tastes like. And delicious doesn't cut it, does it? You need to actually say what it tastes like.
Very smoky, which I love.
Yeah.
Creamy and tangy.
Yeah, that's really good.
And delicious.
That's the thing with
Quite
Swaledale.
honestly.
It gets you right in the taste buds, which is really good. I mean, it properly packs a punch.
It's good with the chutney.
Yeah, it'd be far better with the Christmas chutney.
It would. We didn't bring that.
No, because the container that it's in is absolutely vast.
It's in a big Kilner jar and it's really big and heavy, so we thought we'd wait till we get home.
Where would you rate that in your pantheon of cheeses?
I do love smoked applewood because I like rubbery cheeses.
You'd like this then?
I wouldn't. And it melts really well. I don't think this would melt. This is more of a cheese board cheese, I would say.
Yeah.
Very good sandwich. I think it would make a very good sandwich. Do you want to try some?
No, I'm good actually.
You don't want to try mine?
I will do. I'll try some later, but you've explained to everyone what it tastes like beautifully.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
I love it.
An absolute winner. I love this.
Do you?
This is Alp Blossom.
Is it like a Jarlsberg or a...
So if you imagine, I mean, I don't quite know how to describe it to people, you know, from other countries, but the best way for me to describe it to you is if you imagine like a really plain bog standard supermarket cheddar.
Right.
And then if you imagine the cheddar that we always eat.
Yeah.
Jarlsberg, Gruyere, your standard is like that basic cheddar. And this is like what is it that we...
We have like a very mature vintage cheddar, don't we? It's really
begins
nice.
with a C. It's from Somerset. No, it's not Codleston. That's one of the cheeses from up the road.
No.
They had some in the shop. Davidstow.
Davidstow.
That's it. So we have a mature Davidstow that's really quite salty and really quite strong. And that's what this is like.
Right.
It's like all the flavour turned up to the max.
Right.
What a winner.
A lovely thing to have after that walk. It ended up being about 3.8 miles.
Yes, that's a morning's walk.
Nice, good walk.
With the hill as well. I mean, it really is the perfect spot.
Yeah.
And so great that you don't have to walk through the fields and get all muddy.
Yes.
Just spectacular, really.
It's great.
So I'm going to go light the fire.
Oh.
Because Kay needs to get ready because she's going to be reading all the way through this year's Advent calendar.
I am.
And I need to brush up my firelighting skills.
Yep.
And this, as we said at the start, is our location for this year's Baker Bears Advent calendar. It's our base. Kay will be doing a knit along here.
Yep.
We'll be making Christmas cookies here.
Yes.
We will be making s'mores.
S'mores.
Oh my goodness, for the first time ever.
On the open fire, so that's going to be hilarious.
Up in the fire pit. It's
going to
be
a fire pit,
the most
that's exciting.
Spectacular Christmas. And you are, of course, all welcome to join us from the 1st till the 24th of December.
You are very welcome.
But for winter walks, that's the end of another little, well, it's the end of our first mini-series.
Yes.
And we will be back, of course, next year.
We will.
For more winter walks. But what a wonderful 2 walks it's been.
It has.
York.
Yeah.
Wasn't that lovely?
It was lovely.
And then this, a completely different type of walk.
Completely different, but equally as lovely,
well,
I would say.
You still have that, like anywhere, certainly in England and Scotland and Ireland, to be honest. You've got those historic elements.
Yeah.
But then right out here in the middle of the country with all these gorgeous colours. You can't beat it.
No, fantastic.
So I think that's the perfect
Hope
way.
you enjoyed following us along.
Yes.
Yeah.
On our lovely walk. And we will, of course, see you next year with
will.
2 more lovely walks.
We will.
Take care, everyone.
See you soon.
What a spectacular walk through some truly wonderful scenery, and what made it extra special was it was all new to us. I mean, it's so crazy.
It was.
That you go to a place for so many years but then never actually explore
I know.
the opposite side to it.
Yeah, we've been going to Richmond for
A long
almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've never been out that way.
No.
And it really is, it's quite breathtaking. And, whilst there filming the Advent calendar, we explored a little bit further in different directions. And, every sort of way that you turn, it goes from being not the Dales to the Dales right at that point. And you can feel it, you can sense it. It's so fun.
It was lovely.
And that cheese shop is just amazing.
It is. We've been in it before, haven't we, a few years ago?
It's great to see it's
It's still there, yeah. It was brilliant that it was still there.
There was people coming in and out while we were there. And
it's really
I'll be
bustly.
honest, when we went there first time, I think we probably said this won't last.
Yeah.
And it totally
That's
has.
a few years ago, so
Yeah.
clearly it is. You can tell at the in the back portion of the shop, there's like a big long table, there's like a room, and I think they do like cheese and wine tasting
definitely.
and things.
Yeah. And I was very grateful for that cheese when we got back, because that was a hefty 3, nearly 4 mile walk.
It was just about 4 miles.
Where?
Yeah.
And with that slope,
Oh, it was. That was quite a slope. But I didn't stop walking
those
back.
long, hard gradients.
Didn't stop.
They get you on
I was
the
like,
old
come
thighs.
on,
Yes.
you can do it. Drag that body up that hill.
Now, Winter Walks will be back in November 2026. But as we've said now a couple of times, that's the location for our Advent calendar. So if you want to join us for a whole 24 days in that gorgeous place, doing some spectacular things, fun starts
Please
on the
do.
1st of December. And this year, for the first time ever, what you will find on our Patreon page is an Advent collection. What that means is it's one place where every piece of Advent content appears.
Yeah.
So you can just follow one spot, one address, and then everything's, appearing there.
And a number of our patrons, what they do in sort of November is they always go back and they start watching all of the old ones to get them in the mood, which I think is just just
Yeah. And we've actually created Advent collections for all our past Advent calendars as well that are available on Patreon.
Yeah.
Because the first Advent calendar, actually, we don't have access to anymore.
No.
Because we uploaded it on, because we didn't realise what was going to happen. We didn't realise people were going to love it so much. We thought it was going to be a one-off thing. And a bit like our first episode.
Yeah.
And we just put it out on our private Facebook group. And then subsequently, in the years following, Facebook decided they weren't going to deal with videos anymore. And they got rid of them all. Thanks a lot, Facebook. Anyway, doesn't matter. So look, that is the end of Winter Walks for another year. Like I said, back next November 2026. Next time, Kays here. Yes, we know you love the baking segments. And Kays here with a handmade Christmas.
Yes.
And she's got a really unique and very English take on seasonal food.
Yes.
So don't miss it. It's really going to be rather special.
Yes,
so
in a special location too.
Special location in our Christmas special show. Now it's time for the Endy Bits.
Endy Bits.
We've just released. Oh, I suppose you could say published. But, no, it's a shame it's not a printed magazine.
It's not a printed one,
No.
so I suppose
digital.
it's still published.
Still published.
I don't know.
So we've just released our digital magazine, Knitability. It's our Christmas issue.
I wrote an article.
I was just going to come on to this.
I did.
So it's full of seasonal special interviews and there's articles and all sorts, all the usual fun and games. And Kay's written an article.
I have.
Waxing lyrical all about her beloved 9-inch circulars.
Yes.
So this is an issue with an absolutely healthy
You can all
dollop
have a
of
laugh at
festive
me.
cheer. So that is available to read right now, literally just released yesterday. Our final patron exclusive show of the year is coming up on Saturday, the 29th of November. We're live at 2 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or you can watch the show whenever you like after 3:10 p.m. And this is the perfect way to kick off the festive season.
Yes.
There's lots of sort of special things going on, getting excited about the Advent calendar.
Yeah, we'll be reviewing also our year-long knit-along, and we'll be talking about what we're going to be doing for next year, because we're changing things up. Yeah.
And also we'll be joined by Knitability's editor, Jen Keeler, who also presents reviews for us as well, and she'll be joining us to tell us she's done 11 reviews all year, and she's going to pick her favourite and crown it. And when I say she's going to crown it, she is literally going to crown the winner. Wait till you see, it's rather fun. Kay has purchased some yarn.
I have. When I went back and bought 2 more pairs of the short circulars, because I just did, and I got them from, is it the Little Knitting Company? I think that's what they're called. And I had a little peruse around whilst I was online, and I saw a sock yarn that I didn't recognise. Now, I don't know whether this has been around. It could have been around for years. It's a European brand, so it's not necessarily on my radar. But it just looked really, really interesting, really nice. And I thought this particular colourway looked quite festive. So it's by Adriafil. I think they're Italian, aren't they? Is it? Yes, made in Italy. So it's Adriafil, which I am aware of. But this one is called Kays Socks. It's a knit cowl design, but it's Kays Socks. Has anybody heard of that? This particular colourway is shade 153. And I just thought the colours looked really Christmassy. There's reds and greens and a neutral, and there's blues in there as well, and yellow, and like a golden yellow. I just thought it looked quite festive. So I got a little 50 gram coordinating in this gorgeous sort of pinky red, and that's also Kays Socks. So I'm going to knit down some socks, I think, with this.
Thank you.
It feels really nice. So cool. I'm looking forward to giving that a try. So let me know if you've knit with this Kays Socks. I'm probably saying it wrong. And tell me what you think. But
Cool.
It looks lovely. Yeah.
So that's it. The next time you see us, should you choose to, will be on the 1st of December at 7 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time with our Advent calendar.
Yes.
And that will run from the 1st to the 24th. But we will, of course, be back in 2 weeks with a brand new show right here, which will feature, as I mentioned before, Kays Handmade Christmas.
Exciting.
It's going to be spectacular.
It is.
Take care of yourselves, folks.
Have
and
a
we
great
shall
2
see
weeks.
you in 2 weeks with more.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
It may be the coast-to-coast path. You still get the postman.
Still get the postman.
We can't talk about the postman, can we?
Don't ask about that.
They put on the wrong postcode.
And therefore it's been bouncing back and forwards to Whitby for the past about 2 weeks and has not made its way to Bryony.
So we've got some British ale and onion chutney.
British?
Thank goodness for this gorgeous countryside.
Yes.
All our postage woes
I know.
disappear. Of course, they'll all come flooding back when the postman comes back again.
Yeah, and he triggers me.